So my name's Era. I've been with C3 since November last year, and just tell my testimony of how my life's been transformed. So growing up, church was an old building that smelt like varnish and dust, where we had to sit quietly for a long time and listen to boring readings and bland music. My mum dragged us along a few times. Dad never came. Up until a few years ago, I had in my mind that churchgoers were people who were just too foolish to accept science. People who chose to be slaves to a religion with outdated ideas and morality. Foolish and enslaved. Armed with my smug sense of intellectual superiority, I stepped out into the world and lived my way. I lived for the moment. If it felt good, I did it. If everyone's entitled to your own opinion, then why not do what I want? Who's to say your truth is any better than mine? But the way I was living was wrong. As desperately as I tried to fool myself, convince myself it's okay, deep down I knew it was wrong. I tried to change, and I found that I couldn't. I didn't have the willpower to break the chains of my own bad habits and vices. I thought Christians were foolish and enslaved, but it began to dawn on me that those words were describing me and not them. So one morning I left the house early and waited in a church car park. I waited until everyone had gone in and then snuck in and sat in the back. I didn't see foolish and enslaved people around me. I saw genuine devotion, joyful hearts, and evidence of lives well lived. In the worship, I felt overcome with remorse and sorrow for the life that I'd been living, the contempt that I'd had for God, and how I'd hurt people around me. In that moment, I opened my heart to God. I reached out with tears in my eyes and prayed for something I could believe in. In a moment, I did feel God's presence. I was standing at the foot of my Creator, and I fell silent in awe. Soon after, when the opportunity was given to invite Jesus into my life, I raised my hand. Knowing God has changed my life. I started praying regularly and attending church here at C3 every Sunday, and I was water baptized a few weeks ago. Declare my faith publicly. I've found the real truth to stand on, a purpose for my life, and an encouraging church community to be a part of. My slavery to sin has been broken, and I've given up many of my foolish ways. Not all. And most importantly, I now have a relationship with God through Jesus Christ.